The Romanes family spends most of the year in the upscale 16th arrondissement of Paris in a small park where their circus caravans have a permanent spot and where they perform their show. The rest of the time, they take the show on the road, traveling all around France. Their neighbors in Paris weren't always welcoming. The Romaneses, who originally came from Romania, are part of a Roma community. Alexander Romanes, the patriarch of the family, prefers the term Tsigan, that is often the object of stigmatization in French society. 2 years ago, hundreds of costumes, instruments, and pictures were stolen from the circus during the night. To make sure the caravans wouldn't stand out in the landscape, the family painted them green, to blend in with their surroundings. Now, everything is a bit more quiet. People have been leaving us alone since the elections in May, when the anti-immigrant, far-right National Front was defeated, said Delia, Mr. Romanes' wife. This summer, the Ministry of Culture named Mrs. Romanes a Knight of the Order of Arts and Letters, a high-standing recognition given to influential artists. She is the first Roma woman to receive the title in France. The Romaneses, who have performed as a family for 23 years, have an unorthodox method of directing and organizing their shows. Every performance is prepared from scratch, without a defined storyline. Each cast member works on his or her own, and then brings the stunts to the show, which evolves spontaneously over 1 hour every night. Rehearsing is not necessary. Most of the time, the performers already know their stunts by heart. They were born into the life. The show is full of unplanned acrobatics, said Mr. Romanes, who leads the performances. We just try to make them as close as possible to our aesthetics. Alain Romanes, 19, is the Romanes' nephew. He never feels like training too hard, even though his performance is dangerous, he slides down a pole head first. Another nephew, Claudio Romanes, 20, walks on a tightrope. It's been 5 years since he last performed, because he was busy with his other job, fixing elevators. Everything came back to me very naturally, he said, returning to training 1 week before a show in October. Mrs. Romanes said the atmosphere before every show was filled with love. While the circus artists put on their costumes and discuss their acts behind a colorful, sheer curtain, she likes to welcome visitors and chat with them. She is also the administrator of the crew, she manages them, handles media relations and washes the curtains when needed. But most important, she sings. Mr. Romanes opens the show and warms up the audience. In his monologue, he is ironic and self-deprecating about the discrimination the Roma face. It is a way to make others aware of the stereotypes and poke holes in them, while lancing any tension with the crowd. At one recent performance, he said he hoped to work with his daughter Alexandra during the show on a small sketch with cats. People in the neighborhood say that we steal their cats to eat them, he said. I answered them with a letter saying that we ate all of them and enjoyed the meal.